attention, I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city, you probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos, knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made, walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser, I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's hear we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the bag, young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and our home team.
Started, it's Cade York, and we are underway here in London. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. To start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jags, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45. Given 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Jets had 8-8 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Myles Garrett showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Hall. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. The way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Knight. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hall again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Knight. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In motion goes the tight end. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, and they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second and 5. Finding ETN here, catching it on the out route. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll run with ETN. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on third down, so it's no surprise there they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on third downs all year long. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And they'll get him down here about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Cade York on now for the field goal. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. York able to send this one through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stout. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On second down, a run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. ETN up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, ETN once more. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Jaguars.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. The timing usually develops.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Jamison Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
Jaguars 10, Jets nothing. York to kick off.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Hall again on second down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Knight. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. Oh, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jag touchdown.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots. You wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase it from the MVP discussion. Hey, he won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert it on 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnston. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Wrapping up on a minute to play in this first half.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Shoves him aside.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
Travis Etienne
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So we have a tie now atop the all-time single-season rushing touchdown list. LaDainian Tomlinson, you've just been joined by this man.
And they share similar traits in running the football. Excellent vision, cutting ability, determination, will. They understand where the end zone is and will not be deterred.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Knight. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Knight. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. But he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They'll send the tight end in motion. On the draw, it's Hall. And some room to roam now. Touchdown! And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, elusiveness, on display right there. With that new partner back in their salad days in Evansville.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the first down marker.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Naturally so. The defense was keyed in on everyone but the back on that play, and it took them an extra second to react when he got the carry. It's still a tough 3rd down to pick up here, but a lot more manageable after an excellent carry on 2nd down.
Hall again. And some room to work. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Brought down that time by Quay Walker. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Hadn't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
This is caught. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Off play action. Knight. Incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Knight. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 and the 44. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
145 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. They find some open field here. And touchdown! Breece Hall with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. Make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
First down, Jaguars.
Etienne once more. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 9. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Like certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Off the play fake. Knight. Open man is Uzama. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner. Watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Ayuk, 55 yards. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's airing it out for Williams. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 62 yards. And the Jets add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Hall off the option. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On 3rd down, Knight, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Jags are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 138 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw here. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. Back to throw now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts Jets in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They hand off to their big tight end. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. A toss left side for Hall. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result could be something you don't like.
So 1st and 10 now from the 33. He's going to try and take off with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the home team here, they finish above 500 for the year. The final tally 9-8. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they suffered just their 4th loss all year to bring the final mark to 13-4 overall. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out.
It's another one. We got another one.